And welcome everybody to the latest session of the World Open Singles Qualifier here at Carlisle, brought to you by the Wrong Bias podcast. It's the 1 o'clock session for all it's 1:30, so you can tell we're running about half an hour late. Our featured game is Mark Higgins, who's been on the show before there with the blue shirt, and he's taken on a new face to our live streaming. It is Allan Ramsey. I'll just quickly run through the results of the last session in case you didn't see them. You'd have probably seen the show ring of Mike Bowley beating Rhys Vaughans in a cracker on a tiebreaker. John Sproat got through, Stuart Douglas got through in a tiebreak, Gary R. Smith got through, Ian McIntosh got through, Thomas Coombe got through on a tiebreak, Michael Lynch got through, and Joey Strickland also got through. So we are now into the last 32 and the 8 games on the green. I'll run through the games that's on at the moment. We have the show game, Mark Higgins, Allan Ramsey. Got Stephen Richardson taking on where can I find it? On ring 3 we've got Chris Piley taking on Ian McLean. Ring 4 we've got Stephen Richardson taking on Derek Ferguson. On ring 5 we've got Paul Kane taking on Martin McCauley. On ring number 6 Chris Carswell is taking on Chris Ritchie. Ring 7 out the back we've got James Staples taking on Colin Banks. Ring 8 we've got the current under 25 singles world champion. I think we're knocking around, is he? I can't see him anywhere. Daniel Cole. Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The background, yeah, blue.
Yeah. And on ring 9 we've got Bob Smith taking on Alistair Elliott. The lads have had the trial ends and just about to get in. We'll do the player profile.
I was just about to say, have you done them?
No, I haven't, mate.
Have you pressed the play?
I have got play this time, yes, we are going live. I think it was you and Hartley was putting us off.
Yeah.
I'll do the player profile and give you an idea who you're watching. I'll do Mark Higgins from Seaham, Durham. Date of birth 1985, 2 kids, corporate account manager. Current indoor club is Hartlepool, outdoor club is Seaham Town. His achievements: 2 Liberty Trophy winners and a singles county champion for Bowls Durham this year, which you may have seen streamed. And he's been to the national finals many times in the family pairs with his brother and the mixed fours. He's currently bowling with Taylor International, size 3. Favourite indoor green is Durham. I'll flick that camera over because I'm in the old world. His hobbies is football, favourite food is Chinese, and he coaches the under-15s football team.
And Allan Ramsey from Dunfermline in Scotland. His children names Harris Ramsey and Lewis Ramsey, 8 and 3 respectively. He's a facilities manager. He's at Headwell in Dunfermline Indoor Bowling Club. He plays at Broad Street in Cowdenbeath outdoors. He's an ex-Scottish Junior International. He had 13 caps. Uses Taylor Ace size 4. Favourite indoor rinks Belfast. Hobbies and interest is football, Rangers in particular, boxing, running, watching movies, Netflix. Favourite food pizza, chicken korma. Chicken korma? Other items of interest: he likes his holidays, spending wife and kids. And he likes a bit of Motley Crue, Fleetwood Mac and AC/DC. And he's a big lad, mate, so if he stands in front of the camera you can tell him, because I ain't saying nout.
Where's Hartley? Where's Hartley when you need him?
I don't know if he says he likes boxing or he does boxing. I'm not telling him.
Stand anyway, that's for me. Alan's playing with the red balls. Mark playing with the bluish colour, I think, are they? Bluey, speckly, yellowy thingies.
Yeah, blue and yellow speckles. You just need to run with us, Alan. You good? Well, to be fair, every ball he's going to play is good, in my eyes.
I'm not going to argue with this fella.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'd sure. Amazing.
Mark beat Alex Bryden in the previous round, and Alan beat Megan Sprott in the previous round. That was a tiebreaker. So, got a bit to live up to after the last game, mate. That's the last game with Reese.
Last two games.
And Mike, yeah.
Last two games, two crackers.
Good games.
Mark will certainly be raring for this, having been beaten in the Scottish Open Qualifier final a couple of weeks ago. He's
keeps knocking on the door at the minute.
He is. Sure keeps
that.
playing the way he is. I'm sure it'll open at some point.
Just needs to toddle with this. Lucky.
$18 inches on his last for Alan. Same line. Should be there.
Run through the I don't know if I have run through the games. Well, he's thrown it out.
No, if his pace is good, he'll get back all of that. Flies back at the death. Like he's up. I don't think he's quite there, is he? No.
One. Nice quiet start.
So am I right in thinking this is a mixture of some of the early ties and the latter entries?
Yeah, it's last 32 by my calculations.
Just seen Colin Banks has entered the fray there, and I haven't seen Colin this morning, have you? I've just seen him on the back there. He hasn't played a game before.
Of the players that were, got 8 players that have come in to the fray. Chris Carswell, Chris Ritchie, James Staples, Colin Banks, Daniel Poole, Martin Rogan, Bob Smith and Alistair Elliott. They're all on the
It's a tough one for those players who played the early game, isn't it? Because you've got 3.5 hours to kill in between games, whereas the other guys can just roll in and join the fray, but they won't have had the time on the green. So it's an interesting matchup, really. I'll, I don't like my food, mate, but I'll let Mr. Hartley join in. Unless you want another break.
No, you're all right. If you go and get something to eat, and then we'll.
I'll go on and twist my arm. I'm off. See you later.
We'll take the relay.
I am.
When you didn't come back to let us come finish. You know what I mean?
I'll come back with about 4 or 5 ends to play, so you're preparing yourself for battle, so to speak. I'll just let Mark play this ball and I'll get up. So me being so slim, he probably wouldn't notice. Laughing at. Right, off the third, back in 6 hours.
Oh, I'm back, mate. I'll write one of these out apparently, can I lend that?
Our next game on the streaming is Paul Hartley playing Stewie Owen. Paul's busy writing his prayer profile out. I don't know why, because Paul are just going to make it up anyway.
Well, I've just actually said the same thing to Martin. Says he just makes it up, so it makes no difference.
Great Poland, Daniel Poole is playing Martin Rogan. We'll keep you up to date as it goes along. Good line from Mark. Yeah, he's in. Well played. I think Allan thinks he's a bit pushy, he is. He's just got that just over the top. Finish, can he? Oh, he hasn't got another one, has he? God, keep up, Richard. Very wide there, Mark Son. Safe line, Mark says, walking up. I was nearly having to go out to get movie cameras here. Casual 2.
Casual 2 is a word for it.
Right, concentrate now, mate.
For anybody who's just tuned in, you're watching the World Qualifiers at Carlisle. That's another event taking place at Athlete, and you can keep up to date with what's going on in both venues on the World Bowls Tour.org.
A good start by Mark there.
I don't know whether it's just me, mate, but it's coming a bit chilly.
It is really cold.
Coming chilly this morning. About the last game, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, it won't help the grain either, I imagine.
Last ball on the list, Jack High. None of the balls behind. Jack. One down, yeah. My second
Good ball in from Mark.
Good shot.
So, mate, indoor season just getting started, maybe.
Oh, is it? Aye, just starting to get into the groove again. Ready for the big competitions. I mean, obviously these are all big competitions with our nationals and all that. Denny's and Higgins, top clubs.
We might actually be streaming the finals of our area nationals.
Oh, that's great. Ah, good.
Work in progress, I'm led to believe.
Ah, that's good, mate. Aye. Are you streaming the pairs at Hartlepool?
Still haven't decided yet, mate. There's the women's world singles is at Huntingdon. I'd like to stream one of them. But, whether I just stay local, it depends if Hartlepool's at home in the football and all for the parking.
What's the date of it? 22nd?
15th.
The 15th?
15th.
I'll turn up the 22nd.
Great ball from Mark. I don't think this is going to be short, Ned. Be surprised if Allan doesn't run through these.
Hartlepool are away on that day
Hartlepool are away
to Harrogate Town. It's a dinner time kick-off.
May well decide to do that pairs if invited.
Well, looking at the draw, me and David's got an end rink straight away. So he'd be loving that because he hates these end rinks.
Very
He's
close
trying
here.
to, oh, what a ball
result
from.
has he got?
That's a great result, that. Well done, Alan. Cracking result.
So are you stopping over tonight? Are you having a few sherbets?
I don't know about the sherbet side, but I'll definitely be staying over. I'll might have a couple of pints later on, mate, when I like to play at the game tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I'm not the best to play after a skinful. I think I admire these lads who actually can play when they've had a pint or two. I saw Robert earlier on Chisholm. I think he was on his 4th pint and he was playing his first game.
Flying, mate, wasn't he?
And I was like,
the only one that I knew that could do that was Ian Lambert. And Ian actually, he was the days where you could get double maximum.
Yeah.
And Ian was, he actually played better when he had a skin.
Lots of people like that. I always remember when we used to play him. I used to play with my dad in the family pairs and father and sons and stuff. My dad was a bugger for getting nervous, like when you qualified and stuff. He was a bugger for that. And yeah, many a time I've seen him going to the toilet and being sick, like with nerves.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
and many a time he'll go on with the intention of not having a drink or anything. And I was like, Dad, for God's sake, will you have a pint?
Did you say that when things were going wrong?
Calm things down. Will you have a pint, Dad?
For God's sake, have a pint.
Just have a pint. And then he'll be like, feel better.
Better than I've got the toilet.
Relax now. Aye.
Cyril, your question about Davey, has he had his cheesecake yet? Well, let's put it this way, there's me and Paul sitting here, there's an empty chair between us.
As I was having my bacon sandwich, he did ask for the last bit of corned beef pie.
Did he?
The slab, I think he said.
50 is about 8 inches short. And it's, yes, one down. Two and a half feet now, aye.
Alan's swapped onto his backhand. Probably going to prove me completely wrong here by bowling a cough drop. He's not far away, mate.
No,
If he
he's
runs
coming,
into
yeah.
this.
He's coming.
Needs to run.
I don't think he's reaching though. Yeah. A bit awkward for Mark now, actually, because he gets that high side. He could. He's actually
Mark's followed him down.
playing a big wide
I
one.
think Mark's gone wide on this.
He came out the way of this.
The old
That
tactical
looks of it.
ball going in.
Yeah, I think he is.
He needs to finish. Nice.
That will actually keep that.
Yeah.
That'll keep that.
What would you do there, mate? Draw to the red ball, try to sit it in?
I think I probably would actually, yeah. The last thing you want is to play that backhand and crash on his own, wreck on his own ball, gives Mark an absolute chance of a 4. That's why he's playing. Just a foot or so over pace and turn his red ball.
Yeah, the ball is coming down, but we've got the marker's backside at the minute, so he will. Yeah, the last ball's on up. We've got it now.
That was a good try. I still think the chance is there for Mark. If he's
Lift the blue ball, mate.
he's confident, that's it. Aye. Foot or so on his own ball, turns on onto the white, picks up the 3.
Just proves the view that we've got.
Mike's running and Mark's running after this, so he likes it.
It's a finish.
Good contact. That's
Oh,
good.
Well played.
Wanted his own ball rather than the red ball, but
And lo and behold, like the partner of the Red Sea, we can
Do
see
we,
the head.
do we need the cattle prod for you? We'll get the cattle prod out.
Keep the left or keep the right?
You're in the middle of the camera.
Your trousers look great.
Huh? Couldn't see this. Couldn't see that shot.
It's a great Mark.
don't know, we never saw it.
Didn't look back, Mark. Didn't look back, so because it wasn't on. It wasn't on. It wasn't on. It'll not be shot of the day, that's for certain. Well, it might be, but not for that reason. Hey, the joys.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? You just forget the cameras are
You
there.
do.
And you just,
Aye,
it's
yeah.
just they're not used to
People,
marking them and
people's not used to playing in front of them.
that's right.
And the markers are not used to. They just sometimes they just switch off. I was talking to Carl Higgins at West Denton yesterday because he was there for just arrived for the series, and he said what they done at the AIB had a faint line, chalk line down the centre, which down the centre, and he said just a yard either side of that line, which is a good idea. Obviously, you've got to get clubs to agree to put a
Well, let's be fair.
chalk line
If
down.
you think about it, rather than the chalk line, you've got your 2 spots.
Yeah, just
So
keep either
yeah,
side of
keep
the,
either
just
side of
keep
the
side of
spot.
the spot. Yeah.
Unless you're asked a question by the lads, you shouldn't be anywhere near the head, really. Mark started off well with his draw, like, to be fair. He's
Nailed on the pace, mate.
Yeah, yes.
Considering that he came off the back green this morning.
To be fair, like I say, the back green wasn't as quick as normal, so it might not be as much of a difference as what it usually is. Because generally, when you're coming from up there to down here, it's usually a massive difference.
Man, get hit back country.
Needs to run. And he's got. Is it 3 smashing lines there, mate?
Aye. Can't fault his line.
As Jason said, we can't put a chalk line down the middle of the green. It's going to be the cattle prod then.
The same Mark's got 3 great lines, half the battle when you're picking your line up now. You'll not be worrying about his line now, he's just concentrating on his pace. He knows his balls is getting back to centre line, so there's another one. There's another one. Yeah, might be.
Yeah, it must be close for 2, mate. The way he's walking away, he's looking to catch these red balls, I think.
It's 4 and draws, isn't it? I think.
Is he trying to update that? I think you have an idea who's in.
Yeah, it's not. I was having to think about this, not quite sure what he's going to play here. Looks like a 4 and draw. Right decision, I think. It will be the right decision if he draws a shot. And he's trying, you know.
Oh, he's very close.
He's trying. Oh, well played. Yeah.
See, you nailed
Done
it.
well there.
You nailed it. Boltley would have been riving up at that.
I don't think that there's no good angle though. I mean, but saying that, like when Boltley drives up, he gets more up than anybody else.
Get the dart pin.
Do you know what pointing the other way? I don't think you realise it, is it?
Got no excuse, I gave you training last night. You got no excuse, I gave you training last night.
Just finished the yard short with his first marks. Punished him for it. Well played.
Your front of your ball is half a ball in front of Jack guy. Thank you.
Stuart switches on this time. Better pace, but he's just under the line. Oh, that's one way to do it. Is that them tippy tappy what you were like there, Rich?
It was a bit tippy tappy there, did I miss it, mate?
Tippy tappy, yeah.
Just kind of want a bit tippy tappy. People do scoff.
To be fair, he was in the area, his pace was good.
Yeah.
Chance was always there to happen. thought Mark would be up to this, like, never short when he's down Mark. Actually got my first national arranged for next week.
Have you?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
We've got a mixed pair of we've just got a new starter, one young girl from Shields joined. And just a bit of experience for her really.
Yeah.
So it's our first game. I'm sure she'll be nervous, but I think really as long as she just goes on and enjoy herself, first ever national, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I got the same number of balls as you.
Exactly, that's it. Back up with Stanley as well, so nice carpet to play on, like, so I think Mark will be having another go at this. I do.
Looks like he's eased the pace out of it.
And yours bees a bit out.
It's coming down. And he's going to come down
Maybe
enough.
unlucky, yeah. Oh, unlucky, or maybe lucky.
I think it's still one to Allan.
Yeah, one to Allan. Yep, good.
Let's go on. So we go to.
While they're setting them up, I'll have a look at some of these scores. So I'm running 3. We've got Chris LA against A. McLean, and
Yeah.
and Chris has took the first set. Sorry, Ames took the first set. And that one just started the second set. On ring 4 we have Steve Richardson against Derek Ferguson, and at the minute it's 5-2 to Steve Richardson there. Ring 5 we've got Paul Kane against Martin Macaulay, and it looks like Paul's took the first set there. I'm trying to work out none of the
Wrong name on.
Chris Carswell. No, I found it. Chris Carswell, Chris Ritchie. I was thinking, what's Chris Carswell playing? Well, I can't say his name. Yeah, there we are. And it looks like Chris Ritchie won the first set on that one. Going on to the top green, let's have a look here. We've got James Staples versus Colin Banks, and at the minute Colin's 9-1 up in the first set. Daniel Coe versus Martin Rogan. Daniel's won the first set and he's 4-0 up in the second set. And the final game, Bob Smith versus Alistair Elliott.
Chris's last ball, how far short?
Alistair
Yeah. The last
has
ball, how
took the
far
first
short?
set and he's 3-0 up in the second,
20 inches.
I believe.
That's the winner from Mark. Got a good line here.
He's keep pulling a good one out, isn't he, Rich? He is and a half. Stays up.
Well, it must be close. Mark having a little jaunter up to see. Looking at that angle, you'd say it was red ball.
Looks red all there, doesn't it, from here? Yeah.
And even looking at that angle, red.
Are you glad to be back indoors, Rich? Or you know you like the outdoor, don't you?
I enjoy the outdoor. The indoor Hortons. February I get a bit sick, like. But I didn't mind. I've stopped going in the nationals now, indoors, because you play on the Horton carpet and you go on to Shields and you just it's a different world. It's a different world. When I go on, hang on, Mark. Oh my God.
Holes for balls, as they say.
Yeah.
We've had a good summer this year, though, so it wasn't so bad.
Well, it's been canny. I mean, I've always said it's easier to go, when you're playing indoors, it's easier to go from a quick green to a heavier green than it is vice versa.
Yeah.
Because the game's gone by the time you get to grips with the pace. But believe it or not, I enjoy watching now, mate. If you said to me about 10 years ago, sit and watch a singles game, I'd be...
I agree with you.
I mean, you like to doing this, if you said it was...
It was always one of the things, like trying to get people involved in bowls. It was like, do you watch bowls? I said, no, I couldn't think of anything worse than watching a game of bowls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think the green... I think the game's a little bit quicker now.
Yep.
Just needs to run with this.
Don't think he's up, is he? No.
Like I say, the game's a little bit quicker, so it's a little bit better to watch. There's not so much Fred Astaire around the green, around the heads and what have you. So what pace do you think he'll go here really quick?
Well, he needs to be careful. If he goes really quick,
Last ball, last end.
All right, it is, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
And he's controlled it.
It's controlled. He's another million miles off.
It's very close to it. Will he get that?
Oh, he's got the gap again.
Got that gap.
Oh, never know.
Probably about a quarter of an inch wider. So, first set to
Allan, and actually Mark was probably in control a little bit there as he started.
Didn't really drop a count, he just dropped. Mind the gap, mind the gap.
Twice. Mark just keeps playing as he's been doing. He's playing, getting balls in the head.
I mean, to be fair, neither of them's played spectacular shots, have they? Yet?
No.
I mean,
Some bad opener from Allan, but it's just over.
9 inches.
not down at his pace, are you, mate?
He's just pulling up again, isn't he? Is he pulling up? Is he running this time? Still think he's pulling up. He has. It's actually 3, but marks got plenty of room.
The kind of scrappy head that you can
just
drop
been
2
taught
on a
about,
3.
haven't we?
Yeah.
That's right, aye. So you see it?
All down to pace. He looks light to me. Is it passing?
Oh, definitely light. Yeah.
Just took myself a bit of a hole here.
So easy to do, though, Rich. So easy. You know what I mean? He's probably still thinking about that last set where he probably had it in the bag. Ends up losing the first set. He's fired with his last 2 balls. He's come on to the second set and lost his pace a little bit.
It's in the clag. Well, his line's decent again.
Still don't think he's reaching. Is he reaching? Well, it could potentially be 4 shots and there's not ample room.
He doesn't do
Mark's probably
Mark
got
any favours
No,
now, is it
it's-
that?
Mark might switch his hand here, you know what I mean? He's got open draw, a length ball gets the winner. That other hand now is,
Think he'd change his hand?
I think he's got to, hasn't he? He's got too much timber in the way of the other hand.
Yeah, he's changing his hand. Beats the short red and he's going to be
That's
close.
it, just get a nice, good line. And he doesn't like it. He's giving them 2, he says. He might have just turned that last ball up now.
Take it as being
I
2.
think that's 2, isn't it? Yeah. Soon find out. 2, yeah.
Got away. I think he got away with that a
I
little
think he did,
bit.
yeah. He was 4, I think he was 4 down for that last
I
ball.
think he got away with that.
Mark's done well lately, like from singles play. He's qualified outdoor.
Said to David, like so these events, he's just knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And he just can't get the door open at the minute. He get his foot in it, but he just
Yeah.
can't get the door open at the minute. I think he's calmed down a lot over the last
Well, he's had it, let's be
few
fair.
years.
He's matured a lot, so
He's took on board. He's
well,
had
he's
his,
been told.
he's had his wild times, hasn't
That's
he?
it, aye. Now he's just concentrating on his balls and not getting into any bother, which is great.
Yeah.
I actually, obviously, played with Carl at outdoor when we first started bowling, and Mark actually joined our outdoor Blackwall when he was a kid. I don't think he'd be very old, and he bowled lead for me for quite a few years. And you could always see he had talent. He was like, he was that young age. He knew he was going to be half decent. It was the other stuff. What was
Fiery temperament.
that's exactly right. You know what I mean?
Competitive temperament, I would say.
My ball on the last ball in the list.
Let's just start to
My last ball, please.
chill
My
now.
last ball.
It took him a while, but he's
Yeah.
give him his due.
Yes, please.
Credit to him.
So ball pass.
Well, all down to his pace. Doesn't look too bad if he's up.
lovely line again.
Like the shot there, Lawrence. I like the shot.
Allan's down a good road, but I'll just be over the pace. You see? Mark has a chance there.
He's on the same line.
Just needs the bend and he's good here. Just needs the bend and oh, he hasn't got the gap, has he? Oh, my word. My word.
Feathers, spitting, duvet
And
stuff.
as we were talking about his temperament there being starting to mature, things like that just makes it
know.
bump him back.
Put the heebie-jeebies on the poor lad.
Oh, the cracking ball as well. Mark's actually playing in the county top, and I hope we're getting some new ones this year. Seems a while since we've had
I've got new indoor county
indoor
tops.
county tops. Have we?
Yeah,
Ah.
there's new indoor county tops.
Joy, excellent.
Look all right, actually. Problem is, people's going to have to get really bigger wardrobes for all these club
All these
shirts that's
tops,
coming out.
I must admit, like Mitch,
Oh,
I always got a cracking ball. That is. Mark plays the same ball now. He rests in there.
I think Mark will go quick on it.
We the county got a shirt. It was a Tate and Lyland Scott shirt. It was a dark blue. It was a beautiful shirt, collar and everything. I bet we only had it for 3 seasons at the most, in the change to these ones. And I'm not kidding you, these are the worst ones we've ever had.
Yep, it's gone quick.
It's gone quick. He's very tight.
Needs
Needs luck. Has he got it?
He's cleared everything, bar what he wanted.
I just think with him going with that pace, it was always had to be
Wide.
direct. He wasn't never getting the bend of what he wanted.
No.
With that pace, he was always going to be playing it up the middle.
If he's going to be anything, be wide, get the split on the two reds.
That's right. Yeah.
And might be getting something going over.
I think he probably picked his wrong pace there, and probably a bit of frustration actually.
So, I think that was a 2.
Which I'm going to have a look to see what our teams today is. Shall we have a look?
It was.
So you'll be glad to know, but no surprise that the team's the same time as the last game, mate. Sunderland.
Oh, all right.
Have you still got your season ticket, Rich?
I have, yes, mate. Yep, same seat. Been there since the
Since the start.
start of the new ground. Yeah. Everybody else around us is buggered off. Like, I don't know what they're trying to say. Like,
Well, I'm into my 3rd different seat since the new ground. Like,
yeah.
I am.
Where you at now?
I'm still not far from where I originally sat. I'm still in the east stand.
Right.
You know, I'm more in the centre now. But I started off in the centre and then moved to the side a little bit when my son wanted to come, which was a bit cheaper.
It's your business.
And then we've moved back to the centre when he's decided he doesn't want to come with his dad no more. Runs with his mates. And we've got Mr. Bolt back
Well, I'll just sit in the background.
with his 5th strong war pint.
Oh dear, I thought Mark won the first set.
No, he lost. He, to be fair, he probably be kicking himself after losing it, but Allan did pull some good balls.
I'll just quickly run through the latest scores. On Rink 1, Martin McCauley took the first set against Paul Kane. I think it's... No, we'll start... No,
The board might have a look for us.
rewind.
Comment.
On Rink
We haven't got them on,
6,
see.
Chris Ritchie took the first set against Chris Carswell. On Ring 5, working their way backwards.
Has he?
Paul Kane took the first set against Martin McCauley. On Ring 4, Stephen Richardson took the first set against Derek Ferguson. On Ring 3, Ian McLean's took the first set against Chris Pillay. What's who? Chris Pillay. Well, Jason's phonetically centred P-I-L gap lay.
Right.
So it's a Pillay. Pillar.
P.
P.
Chris P.
Over on the back green,
Don't think I've been mourning, have I?
it looks like Colin Banks took the first set against
believe-
James
Can't believe I was
Staples.
mourning.
Daniel
Can't
Poe
want
took
me,
the
is he?
first set against Martin Rogan. And I kind of see who took the first set. The away man on that one, Alistair Elliott.
Well, Mark's got Alan in a lot of trouble here now. Big chance to get yourself back into this set. Is he going to get back from there? It's all on his pace. All on his pace.
Needs to drop.
All on his pace. It's actually a really good ball. It's getting second shot. It's probably hidden a little bit.
Not easy to lift out either, mate, is
Nah.
it really?
He's probably
Mark's ball's probably just covering it.
Mark's just going to draw for two if he can. Get himself back in this set. Just under the line. So Mark gets a first shot for him this set.
Go along.
Oh, he needs to change something. Notice a lot of people's bowling this forehand this way, so it must be the best hand.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Note. Aye.
I'll just turn his back on that straight away, didn't like it at all.
How far from my ball, please?
2 foot shot.
Another good ball by Mark. Looks a better line pace this time though.
Yeah, he's got
Very
in.
close.
Last ball.
Looks a winner.
Yeah, that's so shot.
Yeah, looks it. Did you have your cheesecake?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Brian Gary Smith won his first game. He's back on at 2:30, plays Stuart Douglas. Just throwing a few slack balls, mate. And that's he's probably
starting
not
now, isn't
ranging,
he?
isn't
Yeah,
he?
that's right.
He knows it, I think he knows it himself.
Yeah.
The lad, to be honest, doesn't have to do a great deal.
This
For
is the
his
thing.
shots.
This is the thing, isn't it? He's just drawn all. He's not doing
well
anything
played.
spectacular. Balls in the head. Mark's back under pressure again.
And as a first result come in, Stephen Richardson has beaten Derek Ferguson in straight sets.
Used to be football for some of them, right? Rich, remember him? Derek Ferguson did football for some of them.
He did, eh? Yeah. Midfielder.
Well,
Just need to
Mark.
run with this, Mark.
Well, Mark. Oh, he's never got the cap
You
again.
want to fall on the bite.
Yeah, he's done it. Well played.
Oh, what a cracking ball. Well played,
Well
son.
done.
Sounded like Jackie Haig there, Richie.
Wait! Morris, wait! Yes, he's running up behind the grate. Behind the... Wait! 2 inches off the... Wait!
I still think it's just a draw for Alan Shell. He's just a...
Same ball, mate, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Been nailing this on quite canny.
Aye, definitely. Stick with his draw. In fact, if he dropped his own short ball over, might make it anyway.
Lawrence, guys, see the pin? See the pin there? That's actually just
Alan just asked him to see the pin. Obviously, he likes a
What's gone on?
bit of a marker for himself.
I'm in the line, mate.
Just over the pace, is he? What I want
Bad.
to try this
What's
is.
he going to lift?
Oh, what a good effort. Well, Rich, I'll love you and leave you, mate. I'm going to get myself limbered up,
Best of British, son.
get a bit of rub down before I come on. And I'm going to leave you everybody with Mr. Bolt.
if I get too wide, I get on the line.
We said it was waste of time, Paul Hartley doing it, but you think because he's going to make it up anyway.
Yeah, man. Ex-Hartlepool manager.
Aye. Do you want to come on for the next one, missus?
I'm going to mark
Oh, you're marking.
quick head on for the next one.
Hey?
Can I do the next one after?
Yeah.
So if there is potential.
And second result in, Ian McLean through. Straight sets. Have the cheesecake, mate?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet?
No, just I had some of the diet steak pie and chips.
Oh, good, it's good. It's good egg, mate.
Put some veg on there to
Yeah,
make us feel better.
It was puff pastry because that's light, eh?
No, it was short crust.
Oh, lovely. Well, that's Mark's best lead in.
Backed it up as well. Alan going early. He's close as well. He's cleaned this, hasn't he? Oh, it's perfect. Great shot.
You've gone through my secretary.
Great shot.
No, it's in my back pocket. Yeah, well, I've got
Left mark about 18 inches. Taking into account the lip over the top of the green.
blue top. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to make an announcement. Yeah. Yeah, he can have Bolton's place.
What's wrong with this, Mark?
Well, yeah, it looked like
He's playing a banger, eh, isn't he? Is he going to run enough?
Well
What's a
played.
ball that is? Great ball.
That's the winner.
he's going to wear it next game.
I think Allan will go again, I think.
Red shade, done it, so we can't have all the reflection of the lights. Look, there's no air left now. So look. Yeah, so Paul Hartley's going to wear the cap next game, so there's no, Richie doesn't get a reflection back onto his cameras.
You going quick, mate?
He's not actually. Well,
Could happen later.
I think he's potentially. No, he's just on the draw.
Yeah, I know.
Thought he might have run that.
You're
Actually
alright.
setting himself up for the last ball.
You'll be in it.
Actually, he's playing the pace. If he gets the ball solid, he's really
Oh,
good.
he's very close here if he stops. Oh,
Needed the ball.
In the ball.
It's a perfect place to drop the ball away and sit in its place.
We're suddenly going to reverse.
now I would have said there, get third, set it up, take the ball
Yeah,
off.
change it up machine.
Because Mark's going to have to get close to that anyway to get a second.
He's not going to. I was going to say he's not going to want to sit one next to it, is he?
No.
Not this time.
Ideally, he probably wants to be a ball tighter and finish underneath the ball.
Hey, back in the game here.
Likes this again, Mark. Advice is just going to kill him to hang on for a point, I think.
Stands, he might have a chance.
Looking from here, he looks as if he's too far away for the ditch to take into account, but I might be wrong.
Don't think I can get the camera angle far enough down. I can't. Camera will end up falling over.
Well, what's he playing? He's changing his hand, is he? Yeah, he's gone quick. He's going for the two balls, eh?
Mark asking for two. Umpire.
7-9.
I'm going to call just the 1A because I don't think that second ball of Mark's is quite enough. I might be wrong, I usually am, but it looks a lot closer on the camera angle than what it does looking from here. So I'm going to go 1.
That's a nice one, actually. I wasn't getting changed, so I was sorry.
Alright, there you go, lad. On that basis, this might be close, but I favour that one will be in. Yeah. Just the one.
This is interesting. I'll tell you why it's interesting, mate, because Allan had them out of here. Try and give you up to date with what Colin Banks is getting through. Just looking through the back, that was on straight sets. The Chris Carswell, Chris Ritchie's gone into a tiebreaker, as has the game on week number 5. Paul Kane and Martin McCauley.
Great opening ball from Mark. To back this up. Great line again. Strength required because he's good again. Yeah, well played. Drops down. He ends up with an eye on a back toucher. There, one short again. Left himself in a heap of bother.
Just looking on the back greens, Daniel Poole beat Martin Rogan as well.
Well, Mark, he looks slightly tighter than his others, but he's alright if he gets by the front balls. There he has. Well played again here. So Allan, yard in your last. Good line again. He's got that yard, he's close here. Oh, he's close.
Very close here.
He's
Finish.
close. Probably next second. Mark's done a cracking line again here. Very close again. Is he running? Is he running? Oh, not quite. It's not the worst ball in the world, this for Allan, because even if he drops the 1, it doesn't make any difference. Even if he drops a 2, it doesn't make any difference. Whoever wins the last end goes through, or potentially goes through. Or Mark gets a tiebreaker.
And Martin McCauley has beaten Paul Kane on a tiebreak.
Backhand draw, is he going down the other side? Touch the jack in. Yeah. Well, line's nice. Oh, I tell you, he's not a million mile away if he's up. Oh, he's pulling up. Mark's asking for 2, but
One out. Looks like it might have been 1 there.
yeah, just the one of them. So it didn't make any difference to it.
So it's all down to this end.
Good solid start again from Mark. Not the worst reply. Great effort. Did you say Allan played some big balls in the first set?
To be honest, he didn't have to do a great deal, mate.
Right.
Didn't. Mark was ranging. Mark was
Right.
trying. He was struggling a little bit, but it was nip and tuck. Mark got off to a decent start the first set.
One down, yeah. Aye. The shot was about 5 inches short. Yours is nearly touching.
Quite a one.
Coming up to have a look.
Bad aim, Mark. It's close to his own ball, isn't he?
Doesn't want to catch that. He just doesn't want to catch.
That came down quick.
There's nearly a knickers in your arm bag.
That came down quick. He's probably lacking a couple of foot, right, really.
Down to his pace. Pace doesn't look too bad, yeah?
Doesn't. Yeah, it's a good effort. He's certainly positioned well enough.
Oh, what do you think? Mark's going to sit his own ball down? blue ball, mate.
Yeah, I think it's going to be similar again, isn't it? Nope, he's going down the other hand. I suppose he potentially could have sat his own ball down and sprung the jack one down, couldn't he?
Danger here, if he gets anywhere near that middle red ball, he's going to sit his arm out.
Well,
I think he's tied it off. He's eyed the Bowisser in that.
Well, I think that's possibly. I think I'd be running underneath that, mate. I cannot see any other result. If he gets his own front red ball, I cannot see any other result than shot ball. There's minimal gap between the two balls. It's got to go if he catches that front red. Jack's going nowhere. Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
I think that ball probably needed to be, what, about a foot further down? Because that's probably forced his hand now.
Yeah. And he's looked at the shot, and I agree with him. It's the shot to play at. I think Mark's ball's actually given him a little bit of a gauge as to what pace he needed to play at it as well. It was.
Really quick at the house. He's gone quick at it.
Well, anything can happen now. Oh, nothing happened. So Mark sneaks the set. We're at a tie. Oh, that's little Mr. McIntosh behind us, look. Right.
All right, mate.
What rink are you on next? Yeah, very good. Well, great start again from Mark. Seems to have a little bit of momentum going into this, doesn't he? Allan's not far away. If he's up, he's very close. Great ball, well played.
My ball, please. How far?
Good line from Allan. He used to run with this.
He's good again,
He's not bad. He's not bad at all.
Yeah, two great balls.
Is it or isn't it? It's like the old Harmony shampoo. Is she or isn't she? You don't remember that, will you?
No.
I thought you would.
Yeah.
Sure, there's people at home remember it. Used to walk down the street wafting her hair. Is she or isn't she? Harmony hairspray.
I didn't know you had dandruff. I don't.
That's what you cheeky get.
Must be just the dust off your bun.
What would he do here, mate? I'll be possibly covering that wing spot.
Don't know whether I would just draw right into the back of Marks again.
was thinking Mark's he ain't going to be short of that.
He isn't.
He's gone for cover. Great minds, lad. Great minds. What more can you ask for? About to go the other side now.
Well, he can't really time it, can he? Because he's just going to roll the jack potentially up to the last ball. He's possibly just going to rip straight at the 2 red balls, do you think?
Yeah.
Down the 4 on maybe? Under his own blue balls? Best angle to get rid of both of them. Yeah, he's just got to play the drama. Don't know what all the fuss was about.
I'll tell you what, I would have lost my house on that.
I would have as well. Thought he would have definitely had a go, but I'll tell you, he's close.
Very close, but I don't think he's going to get down.
Sits off the back of his own, he's got to be close.
Well played.
Is it or isn't it?
Maybe.
Is it or isn't it? I think Allan might fancy his.
Still fancies it. Allan's got a ball to come. I don't think Mark's going to give it up.
Yeah, Allan's
Yeah,
first.
Mark's
No, he's
doing
giving him it. Allan's first glance, I thought he fancied his own.
Well, I would have lost a quid there, mate, because I thought Mark would have ran at it.
Yeah, I did.
But what do I know?
The money's worth anyway.
I always keep the cream always stays on to the end.
Mr. Hartley's back in the house before his big game.
Jackson's just gives me a run down.
Who had the biggest smile?
Yeah.
Tends to hang a little bit down that direction, down that backhand, doesn't it? It sticks out a little bit on the high side. Yeah, just sit off the back of it.
Aye, but it just didn't. It just hung a bit.
I'm not trying to.
Cold and angel, wasn't it?
That's gone chilly, mate.
Really cold.
Last couple of hours, it's gone chilly.
Can't really blame them not putting the heating on the prices and stuff.
No, just put an extra top on or something. Woolly scarf. Needs to run.
Not up.
I'm not gonna dub Jason in here, mate, like, but he did nominate Martin Puckett to win the athlete tournament, and he went out first round.
I can't see anything because my tips for the under 25s went out.
I remember it was between Hartson or Henderson winner and Carlisle.
Aye, she went out that round.
Oh,
and Higgins, Henderson went out the round after, right?
No, it's got a ball shot in the jack eye.
I'm sure somebody actually went over and told Carla that ball he's tipped you, and she went downhill from there.
No, you can't take anything away from the winner, Nicole. She was tremendous. Well, Allan, the line's decent. Are you up? If you're up, you've drawn this.
Not bad.
If you're up, you've drawn it. Yeah, well
Is he
played.
going to stand?
Great ball.
look at it. The right old dodgy angle going on there, huh? Look at that. Just show you 3 great minds sitting alike. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the brains of the Rock Boys podcast plus Paul. Yeah. Oh man. God. Can't find the camera now.
There is no next time you're going to do that, will you? So I can look interested.
It's like last of the summer wine.
But it's definitely combo.
I was just about to say Richie's combo.
Combo.
And he takes his shoes and he's got his socks on, he's definitely combo. Get big toenail hanging out the front of them.
You definitely need combo after it.
It's like Jurassic Park. Alright, what we're playing here, Mark? Just stick it into the draw.
No, down to his pace.
Likes it.
He's in the area, you
Don't know
know.
if he's going to get back in time. Like.
Is he going to get out of the white? Needs to feather.
He might have drawn it. He might have drawn it outright.
I think he might have run out.
One wants to drop out, one wants to drop out.
What does Allan do with this?
Panning in.
What does Allan do with
See
this?
what the other angle looks like. I want the red. Well, go on to that one.
Want a red.
Want the red.
I haven't gone anywhere near it now. All the way back.
You going to tee? Going to spot, sorry?
All the way back.
Yeah, he is.
He must be lying then. First tiebreaker, I thought Mark might have run at it with his last one. I was amazed that he didn't run. I was surprised, but he only missed it by a midges.
He would really let it go his forehand, and that short red ball's just probably making some 50s, isn't he?
Little backhand shot, try to get the top edge of the ball, do you think?
Any movement on the red ball, he probably gets the shot.
Well, he's certainly down the backhand. It's all about what pace he plays with this. Yeah, he's going quick at it. He's looking for the top edge of the ball. He's in the area. He's in the area.
Well played, son.
Great ball.
What a ball.
Great ball.
Well played. I'll make a date and time of that. 1 minute, 1 hour, 28 minutes.
Fantastic ball.
Shot of the day.
For now.
For now. Until Paul Hartley knows otherwise. Get that done.
Fantastic.
Not sure whether he's up.
No, he's shouting it. Is he up? This looks a fair start. Looks a very fair start. Yeah, great ball.
The lads start to congregate beyond the rink. Drunk. Not drunk, like, you know what I mean? It's starting to get a bit like, I'd imagine.
Mark looks a little bit quicker than Allan today, so I don't know if we'll get back in time. It's not a mile away. No, he's just drifted by. Down the other Fallon. Line looks decent.
Shot ball gap.
He might have waited for that one to finish like that.
Shot ball.
He's going quick.
Straight for the ball, do you think? No, he's sticking with the draw.
He's got a little bit more in it.
Likes it. He's not as
Look at that.
quick as his last ball, so he should be close.
Oh, he's got it on night, mate.
It's a cracking ball.
Ah, well played, son.
Cracking ball.
Ah, you were right about that shot of the day there, Paul. How many minutes is that? 132. Do you think that was better than the other one? No, oh, that's 132. 132. Well, Alan's going to push up at this.
No, he's got to, hasn't
Will he
he?
go really quick? Get it on the tee?
I think I would be certainly looking to get that jack out somewhere. Well, ball's away.
Washing at it.
Uh,
He could be close to his own
no.
ball here.
Must just expect to drop his one.
I think he has, you know. I think he's close
Very
to his
close,
top
yeah.
edge on
Oh,
his
what
own
a
ball
this
here.
is.
Oh, is he going in, lucky? Oh, he's done it. What a
Oh,
there's the shot
my
of the day.
giddy hand.
It's changed again.
Is it or isn't it though?
Changed again if he's got it.
Is it or isn't it?
That angle, not a clue.
Tight.
That angle, even less.
Why? Get the camera to see how the hook plays up.
I've just sat for 3 hours watching it. I still don't know how to play it.
So what do you think of you lads?
Mark's nominated the kill. Mr. Gale's just updated us. Thank you very much, Martin. So he's one down then. I mean, regardless what happens, you're not going to see many better last end tiebreakers than this.
No.
It's changed 3 or 4 times, hasn't it?
Terrific, mate.
I get people in the back there. There's a few bees, don't they? Guys, you know what I mean?
Bit movement.
Well, ball's away. He's following it again, which usually means he's close.
He's very close. Needs to get it.
No, didn't move. So, judging by that shot he played, he must be one down. He is. Alan goes through. Great game.
Tremendous.
Third great game off the bounce. No pressure, Paul, but try and keep the standard up.
Thank you. Well, thanks, folks. We'll be back in 5 minutes. The next round's just going on. It is Paul Hartley playing Stewie Irwin. As always, this has been a